how much have you had to change it up without him?
Kind of the same as I would say going through these NFL seasons, guys go down for injury, guys go down for different reasons. We make adjustments. We adjust, to fit the players, and that's what we've kind of done with Marv. So Marv's obviously a really good player, and we'll move forward and give some opportunities to some other guys and see who makes the most out of them.
Doesn't make it suck any less, though, does it? I mean, he's a guy that's been in that room and he knows kind of some things and help other guys along and whatnot.
Yeah, Marv's a veteran guy. That's been around here and played some really good football for us. So wish him well in his recovery and all that. And we'll move on. We got a game this week, and we're excited to play.
You don't have him. You don't have Golden. Like, what can your offense? What can you not do that you could have done? Week 2, week 4.
Well, I think it's the role of the offensive coordinator to adjust the scheme to the players. So we're gonna take a look at our guys, put the best personnel we can put out there, and maybe mix it a little bit, play some different guys, give some different guys some opportunities, be that run, pass, all those type of things. So we'll move and adjust. That's how we've done it. That's how we do it. Try to get the most out of our guys and give our team the best chance to win.
How does that change the things that you were able to scheme for Matthew to do when you try to balance it a little more, shorten up the passing game?
Every week's a little bit different from that perspective. We were playing a really strong defense last week that has a really good pass rush, and you make some adjustments there. You do change maybe how long you can hold the ball in the pocket, which does affect some routes downfield. But we move and adjust. We try to kind of bob and weave every week, not just sort of do one thing or not do a certain thing. We kind of try to mix and match the right types of plays for the opponent we're playing, the guys we have, the personnel we have, who's up, who's rolling, who's playing well, all that type of stuff.
How disappointing is it, or maybe not disappointing not being the right word, but just how much of a challenge is it when you guys went into this season with such a different looking offense and now to be here, with 5 games to go and it's an entirely different group?
Yeah, I think it's important for us to kind of look forward to this opportunity. We got 5 games. We're going to go play ball, and we're going to go kind of see what certain guys can do and how we play. And, that's the NFL. Things happen. Guys get hurt. Things change. It's an exciting opportunity. We're going to get to put 11 out there on Sunday and, kind of go see what we can do and see how we can compete and see if we can help our team win the game. And that's the challenge each week. That's the challenge in this job. That's the challenge in this league. So it's an exciting one.
Well, why do you think Stafford has regressed this season?
I think Stafford's a really, really good quarterback. I try to avoid too many of the statistics. Certain ones, I think in my role, I need to sort of look at to help us get ready for an opponent or help us get ready for maybe a self-scout situation or something we're trying to fix, something we're doing. But other than that, I kind of stay away from the stats, who's up, who's down, all that stuff. At the end of the day, we're 4-7. We want to win more than that. We want to help our offense win more than that offensively. That's kind of what we're all shooting for. That's the goal each week. The goal is not to win some stat battle or to be on top of a leaderboard somewhere in a statistical way. It's to win games. So we would like to win more games than we have. That's going to be the case every year. But that's the goal. That's what we're trying to do.
Do you feel like he's regressed?
You guys got hot there.
What stats do you look at?
It's different for each opponent. I mean, obviously, we play people. You try to see kind of what they do well, what they don't do well. Could be something where you're looking at something. I guess I probably shouldn't give too much away since somebody could figure that out. I always give too much credit. To people. But hey, when we're looking at an opponent, we're looking at certain things they do well, don't do well, certain things we think we may be able to take advantage of. Sometimes you can quickly glance a stat sheet early in the week and get a big picture perspective on that, which can help you sort of move forward on an opponent. At the same time, for us, we may look at third down percentage and what is it by down and distance. How well we're pretty good at this range, we're maybe not as good at this range. How do we fix that? How do we put more time and energy into that range? That would be sort of an example of something we may look at during the year statistically.
How about stats from Matt?
Statistics aside, do you think he's playing at the same level he played at the last couple of years then?
I'm not really into comparing different years for different years. Every year is its own sort of thing. Every year is its own set of guys we're playing with, set of guys we're playing against, set of guys, just sort of maybe the way the year's going. So I'm not really into comparing based on sort of this year was better than last year or not as good or any of that stuff.
Do you feel like Matthew Stafford has regressed, though?
No, I don't. I think he's a really good player.
What about his decision making? Because some of the, I know football's an 11-man game of more than 22 and whatnot, but when it comes down to a game like Thursdays and 2 critical errors late in that game on one guy, it's seeming like more pressure is put on him because those choices were made and those throws were made and they weren't to the people they wanted to go to.
I'm gonna sort of reiterate what you said because it was a pretty good one. It's a team game. We got 11 guys out there. We all got to execute, be on the same page. A lot of that stuff's on me. You guys at home don't always know maybe exactly what's going on the field. I'm accountable for everything that happens on this offense. Bad things that happen, things that don't happen right, whether it's a decision or being in a different spot or, some sort of decision somebody out there on the field is making that maybe is not even seen on the TV copy of the game. That stuff's all on me. So I got to do a better job coaching our guys, putting us in a better position to succeed. And at the end of the day, we kind of went into the middle of that fourth quarter with a pretty good chance to win that game. Just didn't get it done. Had a couple other opportunities as we went. It's not all on one guy. It's a team game, and just offensively, it's a team offense. We're trying to win this thing however it happens. If we run for a lot, if we throw for a lot, if we don't do either a lot, but we win the game, that's a good thing. We're here to win games, and that's sort of the goal.
So you just said it's all on you. Why has the offense not been working as well as it did in 2016, 2017?
Yeah, and same thing. Like I said, every year's a different story. If you're basing it on stats and all that, I would say we're trying to win games. It's a team game. It's a team game. Our goal is to win games as a team. Offensively, we have not been doing a good enough job of helping our team win games, and obviously we're looking at every avenue to improve that. That's how we do it. That's the job we do. We're taking all those notes upstairs, not necessarily spreading them out through you guys.
So Matthew's obviously come under a lot of fire publicly. I'm sure you read us and listen to talk radio and everything. You have too. I was just curious how secure do you feel in your job?
Yeah, I try to figure out how many radios and internets and newspapers I can get around my office so I can really soak all that stuff up. Really, it's the same thing I've said a couple times, and the reality of the situation is this league is a week-by-week, year-by-year league. You're kind of judged on your results. We want better results. Our goal is to play better offensively to help our team win games. So it's probably not very wise for me to worry about all the sort of outside talk or all the speculation. It's pretty wise for me to sort of get ready for the next opponent, evaluate our offense, what we can do better, what we should do better, and how we can kind of improve as the year goes.
With all that said, though, how does this rate as one of the more difficult situations you've been in with this team, just as far as the injuries go and so many other unknowns, things that you said, things that you can't quite put your finger on why they're not working?
I really don't rate things in a difficult. I'm just doing a great job of not answering any of y'all's questions.
We're trying.
I really don't rate those things. At the end of the day, it's a challenge. It's an opportunity. This is why I do the job I do. Why we do the job we do. Things happen. Guys get hurt. You go into training camp and your depth chart looks like one thing, and week 12 it looks like something else. But we get to play an NFL game this week against a good opponent. We get to put 11 on the field, guys that are really good players, guys that a lot of guys that the fans at home have heard of, a lot of guys that maybe they haven't. Here's a chance to go make some plays. Here's a chance to kind of become a well-known NFL player. These guys, we got really good players on this team, and I'm kind of excited to get to see some of these guys play a little bit more, get a few more opportunities to run a route versus tight coverage and see who gets open, or maybe to protect a good football player up front. How do we pick up a blitz, those type of things. So
you said you didn't think Stafford regressed. Can you just kind of share some of the ways that I guess we don't see at home as to why you still think he's the guy to get this job done? He's been here almost a decade, not all under you, obviously, and the criticism is out there. So what makes you still believe that this guy can do the job if you don't think he has regressed?
Yeah, quarterback is a position where you get criticism. He knows that. I know that. I think the fans at home know that. You guys know that. When you're winning games, you get a lot of positivity. When you're losing games, you get a lot of criticism. That comes with the job. That comes with the gig. We can all play better. We can all coach better. None of us are perfect. We all got things we got to improve upon. But Matthew Stafford's a really good football player. I'm excited to call plays and let him go execute them. I'm excited to work with him on a daily basis. I stand behind him. I think he's an excellent player. He'll continue to get better. He'll continue to help this team win games.
How important is continuity between coordinator and quarterback coach?
Like everything, different years we've talked about offensive line continuity, different years we've talked about maybe receiver continuity. I think, in the olden days when it was the same group of guys year after year after year, there probably is a sense of, dealing with problems or even problem solving something that maybe you've problem solved before. You can all go back to that same moment. Those type of things are probably accurate for that same sort of set of guys, But in this league, there's a lot of turnover in the coaching profession. There's a lot of turnover in the playing profession. There's a lot of new players every year. So you get to know a lot of new guys. You get to work with a lot of new guys. There's different ideas. There's different sort of strengths and weaknesses everybody has, and that's sort of how we work together, and that's sort of how it goes.
What's your relationship?
But just to follow up there really quick, but before this year, you had continuity between you and Callahan and Stafford really through almost your entire tenure as coordinator. So I'm just wondering if that maybe messed with stuff by having Brian go.
No, I think I wouldn't say that. I think we have a good thing going here. I think we're working together well. There are multiple new members of the staff, multiple new members, multiple new players. We work well together. We go out and try to execute, try to win football games. At the end of the day, you're judged on winning and losing. We're not winning as often as we would like right now, and especially offensively, we're not helping our team win as often as we would like right now. It's a team game. That goes for the coaches. That goes for the players as well. It's all of us, and it starts with me offensively. I got to do a better job getting our guys ready.
I'm not smart enough to know this, so I'm just trying to answer this for people who have
Interesting
asked.
start, Dave.
It's
Okay,
true, it's true.
we're trying new stuff.
No, people wonder why your offense doesn't do what the Rams offense or can't do what the Rams offense can do. As high scoring, as high flying as it is. Can you just sort of explain why maybe you guys have not been able to generate the points the offense that an offense has?
I sort of stay away from the comparisons myself, Dave. It's funny how that works. But hey, guys are out there in the league doing a lot of really good things. When we have opportunities to study different teams and look at different schemes, we do plenty of that. But we're building this thing around our guys. We're building this thing with our team in mind to try to win football games. Try to do the best thing we can do to win football games. If there's a football play we can steal that's going to make all the difference in our year. We better go out there and steal that football play. But it's always a little bit bigger than that. It's always more of a all-encompassing team effort. And offensively, we're doing everything we can to help our team win that game, whether that's scoring a lot of points or scoring whatever the number is that's enough to have more than the opponent on Sunday.